Hey guys, welcome back to Think Beautiful, the channel where I usually discuss Meghan Markle. But in today's episode, I want to talk about Prince Harry because, of course, he is about to fly to the UK for 4 days and we are already hearing all about it. Now, we got this article, which is very interesting because, surprise, surprise, he's talking about security again. Oh my goodness. Prince Harry wants to come home much more and bring family with him. Why does he have to do this every single time? It is nauseating. Since leaving the royal fold for America 5 years ago, and he hasn't stopped talking about it since, the Duke of Sussex has had his rare visits to the UK dominated by the angst of battles with his family, the media, and the government. Now, obviously, this is all of his own doing. Does he take any accountability? 100% no. This week, Prince Harry is determined, get this, to press the reset button, to try to change that negative narrative during a 4-day visit, his longest trip back since Queen Elizabeth's death 3 years ago. So Harry thinks, now I just don't know what is going on with him, but he thinks that in 4 days, he can change the negative narrative that surrounds him. How is that going to be possible? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I'm sure Meredith Maines has a plan, has some kind of scheme going on. But honestly, in 4 days, how are you going to fix what was said here? And what about this thing? And of course, this thing, it's not even possible. So, again, he's going to travel solo, this article says, because of course he doesn't consider that the UK is safe for the Duchess and their children to visit. Now, we are going to keep hearing about this until he wins some kind of security court case, I'm sure, or maybe the king steps in. I don't really know where this is going to end up, but this is part of the negative narrative, Harry. You're whinging. Do you not understand this? This is why there is a negative narrative, because you, my friend, are a negative Nelly. Now, he famously said, I can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. Well, then don't bother. Then stop telling us all about it. Meghan has not visited the UK since September 2022, and the children have not come since June that year, when the Sussexes visited for the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. So all of Harry's slaying of the dragons got him absolutely nowhere. Now, Mario and Luigi, don't forget, are plumbers. So maybe he should take up that occupation. Maybe then he'd have something to do with his days. But those close to Harry say he will not give up hope on bringing them here. There is now an acknowledgement by the prince and his camp that pressing the nuclear button of a public battle with His Majesty's government and courts was not the wisest idea. A case which is reported to have cost him £1 million actually cost his daddy £1 million, because, as I understand, the king paid for that. That invoice has been paid as far as I've heard, and I don't think it came from Harry's bank account. It certainly hasn't come from the sale of spreads and jams, or as ever, rosé, my goodness. He will now pursue a quieter, under the radar approach. What does that mean? Does that mean he's just going to target his daddy directly? Is that going to mean a barrage of emails to the palace? Those close to the prince say the government should expect private lobbying. That just means harassment to continue. A friend says he's not given up hope. Okay, we know he's not giving up hope. He's going to keep pushing this. He would really like to come back to the UK much more. I honestly don't think the UK want him to keep coming back. What else is he going to do there? Really, all he is doing in this 4 days is all he needs to do. He ticks all the boxes and then he's gone again. What else does he want to do? The prince's friends say he's going to have some fun this week. What does that even mean? Is he going to hit up the bars? Is he going to walk around aimlessly knocking on people's doors? Is that how he has fun these days? Harry's previous default setting of glorying in courtrooms will switch to what he does best. Okay, what does he do best? Nobody really knows. According to this article, it's supporting and championing children, young people, the military, and rolling his sleeves up with his charities, blah de blah de blah. Tomorrow, the third anniversary of his grandmother's death, he will be in London for the World Child Awards. So, Harry, on Monday, the 8th of September, will be at these awards. Now, he will always be there at this time of the year, the same as his grandmother's death anniversary, just because these awards are always held at the same time. So, we're always going to hear this kind of narrative at this time of year. I'm so sure of it. So that's his Monday engagement. Then on Tuesday, it doesn't exactly mention it here, but I have read in People magazine that he always talks to that he will be in Nottingham and he will be announcing a major donation to the charity Children in Need. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, there will be some private receptions and meetings. We're not exactly sure, but allegedly for Invictus, the Diana Award, and Scotty's Little Soldiers. Harry's itinerary, which will be covered by select media considered friendly towards the prince, because of course lots of them don't think much of him, is said to be jam-packed. I wonder if that's a pun written by Meghan, because of course she loves jam. Jam is her jam, even though it's a spread, with hardly any downtime. Which raises the still unanswered question hanging over the visit: will Harry and the king meet? Now, the fact that he has already said his schedule is so tightly packed with all these engagements tells me he's kind of prepping us for the fact that the king might say no, and he's trying not to look so stupid because, of course, he will just say, well, I was too busy as well. We were both too busy. Our schedules didn't come together. Get the diaries out. It didn't work out. That's my opinion on him mentioning how tight his schedule is. Charles and Harry have not seen each other since February last year, when, of course, they met for allegedly 30 minutes. Now, I'm not even sure it was 30 minutes. Keeping in mind, this was straight after his father had announced his cancer. So, if he met him for only a few minutes after that event, is it even going to happen this time? I really don't think so. The king, who is at Balmoral and still receiving regular treatment, is known to miss his son. But a newspaper headline last week declaring Harry to meet Charles was wishful thinking. In fact, as of last weekend, no meeting between father and son was scheduled. So, as of last week, still nothing was arranged. It's very unlikely, in my opinion, this is going to happen. And it says here, if a meeting happens, there is unlikely to be any public post match analysis from either camp. I'm not sure about that either. I'm pretty sure if Harry gets to meet with the king, we are going to hear about it. He will make sure there are cameras set up. We will absolutely 100% see something in the papers about this, some kind of photo, some dodgy image. We will know that it happened. Don't even worry about that. But guys, I want to know your thoughts on this. Is this meeting going to happen? Keeping in mind, Harry's schedule is jam-packed. He's so busy. Can it even come together? Does the king even care? Or is Camilla going to block it? What do you think about Camilla? Is she going to try and protect the king? I just don't even know these days. But guys, please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep these videos coming. Thank you. Bye.